All right. Hi there, friends. Welcome in. Welcome in. My name's Ben. I am here tonight for Matt. He is out tonight for the Monster Game, and I will be with you this evening. And we are looking forward to it as usual. Hey, Thomas, what's up? It's nice to see you. Yes, I do. I absolutely do. Great to see you, my friend. Hey, Stacy. Great to see you as well. All right, folks. So as usual, at the bottom of your screen there below the video, you will find the links you need for the Google Forms that we're going to use this evening. And also, there's a link down there to review us on Google. If you would be so kind, if you have a good time or usually have a good time, we'd love to get that review from you. So you can check that stuff out at the bottom of your screen. We will get started in about 12 minutes or so. Hello, Mrs. Kitchell. Always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Always trying to keep you guessing, Thomas. Always trying to keep you guessing. Folks, once again, my name is Ben. I'm in tonight for Matt on this wonderful monster game evening. We're going to have a great time. The links that you need for the answer sheets, both the real deal sheet, the one you'll submit, and the view only sheets are down below this video here. You'll also find a couple other links down there. You're going to find links to our merch. We do have some awesome Hambones merch. I am actually wearing one of the sweatshirts. Looks like this. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out at the bottom. And then we also have a spot down there, or a link down there rather, for you to review us on Google, if you'd be so kind as to leave us a good review. Of course, if you want to leave a bad review, just don't bother doing it. But if you want to leave a good review, go ahead and do that. We'll get started here on the monster game in about 10 minutes. All right, folks, again, welcome into the Monster Game with Ham Bones. My name is Ben. I'm in for Matt this evening. All the information you need to play the game is right down below this video. So you can find the real deal answer sheet link down there, which is the one you'll actually submit to us and will officially count. And then we also have, of course, the view only sheet down at the bottom as well. In addition to those, we have some links for some merchandise. If you're interested in any of our merch, we've got some pretty cool stuff. And you can check those out, as well as a place to review us using Google, and we would love your review if it's good. Like I say, if it's bad, don't do it. But if it's good, please go ahead and leave us a nice review. All right. We are going to get started with these 4 fabulous rounds of trivia in about 5 minutes. And again, my name's Ben. Give me a shout if you need anything. Thanks. All right, folks, again, welcome in. My name is Ben. I'm with Ham Bones Trivia in here tonight for Matt. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. Everything you need is right down below this video. You'll find the link to the real deal answer sheet, which is the one that you and your team will submit for the official scoring. You'll also find a link to the view only for folks who need to just take a look at the questions or pictures. We also have some links down there to buy some merch, which we would love to see you with. So check that out. And then also we've got a link to do a Google review. If you'd like to leave us an awesome review, please go ahead and do that. Again, my name's Ben. If I can do anything for you, give me a shout. We're going to get started here in the next couple of minutes with our 4 fabulous rounds of monster trivia. Okay, welcome, friends, to Hambone's Thursday Night Monster Trivia Game. My name is Ben. I'm Hambone's host who's usually out at Hotel Tango Fletcher Place in Indianapolis, but I have the privilege of subbing for Matt this evening. Nice to see all of you. Thanks so much for joining us. The links that you need to get started with this game are right in the video description. So for the person who's going to be submitting your answers, you'll want to make sure that person uses the link for the real deal answer sheet. We also, of course, have a view-only answer sheet that is down in those links as well that you can use. That's the sheet that won't actually submit, but it'll still have the questions on it so you can get the information you need to make good choices tonight. We also, of course, have some links down there for our merch, which is awesome. I'm actually wearing one of the Hambone sweatshirts, hoodies, and you too can have one for your very own. So check out those links down below, as well as a place to leave us a nice interview on Google. All right. We have, as usual, 4 fabulous rounds of trivia for you this evening. And the good news is that I have looked over all these questions, took the quiz and got them all right. So I'm sure you will too. All right. It's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and one more thing, by the way, for those of you who were with me the last time I hosted the Monster Game and I had all my time screwed up, I now have the official Matt Hambone's time. So I will give you the exact same amount of time that he gives you. You will see right back here is the timer. Hopefully you can see that. I'll also give a shout out as we move down closer to time for each round. Okay. If there's anything I can do for you while we're playing, please throw something at me in the chat and I'll be happy to get with you. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started with our round 1 trivia. And the password to get into round 1, where everything is worth 5 points, is the word welcome. No capital letter. Welcome is the word. All right. To get you into round 1. And I am going to start the 7-minute 30-second timer for round 1 right now, and then I'll go ahead and read those questions. So again, the password is welcome. I'm going to put that in the chat too. And here we go. All right, here are your round 1 questions, my friends. Question 1. These 3 people were all born in the same year. You have to get within 1 year. Kanye West, James Vanderbeek, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. All right. Question number 2. Discovered in 1535, this island group on the equator got perhaps its most famous visitor exactly 300 years ago, or excuse me, 300 years later. Oh, you don't do that? Well, good. Well, then thank you, Shelby, for saying that. So, okay, that's cool. I'm going to keep reading, then we'll start. We'll play by your rules. Let's go number 3. What is the element symbol for lead? That's number 3. Born in 2004, number 4. In Connecticut, this is the most followed person on TikTok. Question number 5. This 1991 movie was the first animated movie to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. And your final question in round number 1, making hundreds of must-see tourist attraction lists for Los Angeles and more Instagram than any other LA location, is an outdoor wall that is what color? I'm going to back that timer up to 7:30 and let's go. Just popping in to let you know 4 minutes left in round one, friends. 4 minutes left in round one. Two minutes remaining, folks, in round one. 2 minutes remaining. All right, we're down to 1 minute, friends. 1 minute. Start thinking about submitting. 1 minute remains. Thirty seconds, folks. Let's get those answers in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. 30 seconds. Get those answers in. 5 seconds. Get those answers in. Submit, submit. Okay, folks, that concludes round one, and it looks like we're all off to a great start. This is outstanding. Let's talk about your answers to round number one right now. And by the way, it's looking to me like we've got 66 teams playing. It's a big game, so that's awesome. Let's talk about your round one answers. Here we go. Question number one, these three people were all born in the same year. You have to get within 1 year. Kanye West, James Vanderbeek, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. Correct answer is 1977. 1977. So if you had 76, 77, or 78, you're in the money there, folks. 76, 77, or 78 will get you some points there. Round number 2. Discovered in 1535, this island group on the equator got perhaps its most famous visitor exactly 300 years later. That would be the Galapagos Islands. Galapagos is the answer to number 2. Question number 3, what is the element symbol for lead? Think back to your high school chemistry class, and if you did, and you did a good job there, you got PB. PB is the element symbol for lead. Question number 4, born in 2004 in Connecticut, this is the most followed person on TikTok. That would be Charlie D'Amelio. Charlie D'Amelio for number 4. Question number 5, this 1991 movie was the first animated movie to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. That is Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast back in 1991. And question number 6, making hundreds of must-see tourist attraction lists for LA and more Instagram than almost any other LA location is an outdoor wall that is what color? The color is pink. Pink is the answer for number 6. All right, so that'll wrap up our round 1. We are off to a fantastic start. We're going to go ahead and move on into round number 2. Round number 2 is the picture round, and tonight we are asking for the names of people. So I'm going to show you a person on that sheet. You're going to tell me who it is. It's that simple. All right, very simple. You will have 7.5 minutes once I reset this timer. Charlie D'Amelio is a TikToker. She's on TikTok. All right, and she's the most viewed person, Stacy. You probably, most other people may know more about it. I'm a very new TikToker. I haven't been doing it for very long. So Stacy, truly your guess is as good as mine. So I know, my iPad is shaking around because there's a dog walking around here. That's the reason why. Poppy's shaking up the thing that's holding up the iPad. But anyway, that's okay. We're going on to round number 2, picture round. Each question is worth 3 points and the password to get into the picture round, where you're going to tell me the names of the people you see is BACK. BACK, no capital letter, will get you into the picture round. You're going to have 7.5 minutes for this picture round, my friends. Tim, it does. We want to get as close as we can, but I can always go in and take a look. We're pretty lenient here. All right, 7.5 minutes. Go, go, go for the picture round. That is correct, Dan. I want the name of the person you see. Yes, thank you. Their actual name. Thank you. Tommy, she's trying. She's trying to play for sure. That's why she's shaking everything up. Stacy, I would accept. I know what you're asking, and I would probably accept either. Okay. All right, folks, we're down to 3 minutes here in the picture round. 3 minutes in the picture round. Two minutes left in the picture round, folks, and hope you're enjoying. There's some good ones here, so I'm sure we're doing well. 2 minutes left. All right, folks, under a minute left in this picture round. Let's think about getting those answers in. Think about submitting soon. Less than a minute left. "30 seconds, folks. Get them in, get them in. Get those answers in. 30 seconds left in the picture round. Let's get those answers in. "10 seconds left. Get them in, get them in, get them in. Finish up that picture round. Get them in. And that will do it. That will do it for our picture round. Get those answers in. Get those answers in, and then we're going to talk about it. Get those answers in. All right. And yes, for those of you who noticed Poppy, my dog, was wandering around in the background. You may see her again. She's a wanderer. All right. Let's talk about your answers to round two, my friends. Here we go. We had, let me get back to what I need here. My apologies. There we go. For your first answer, we had, let's see, Magnus Carlsen. We had Chris Gaines. We had Michael Che. We had Amanda Gorman. We had Jane Pauley, Jimi Hendrix, Miles Davis, Katy Perry, Paula Zahn, and Billy Crystal. All right, those were your answers. Hello to my fellow BSU Cardinals. Chirp, chirp all the way. I see some of you are here. Great to see you. Thanks for stopping by and playing with us this evening. We move now, my friends, into round number 3, which of course is our infamous money round. And the money round is where you're going to earn the majority of your points. Question. Sorry, Jessica. I'll go back to that. I did accept either Garth Brooks or Chris Gaines. Either one of those answers were acceptable. Okay, either one of those answers were acceptable and were taken. So thanks for asking. I should have said that earlier. But moving on, we go into our money round, round number 3. If you're going to win the game, as Matt always says, you're going to do it in the money round, because we have in the money round, we have 4 questions, and each one of these questions has more than one answer. So, and this is an infamous one, but I'll give it to you anyway for those who haven't played with us before. If the question was, what are the colors in the American flag? And you said red, white, and blue, you would get 5 points for red, 5 points for white, and 5 points for blue, for a total of 15 points. If you said red, white, and green, you would get 5 points for red, 5 points for white, and no points for green, for a total of 10 points. So even if you don't know all the answers, you want to make sure that you are. Oops, excuse me. I'm getting something weird happening here. There we go. Sorry. You want to make sure that you are giving me as many answers as you can for round number 3, okay? Let's go ahead and get started here. The password for round number 3 is BESS, B-E-S-S. So we are at Welcome Back BESS right now for round number 3. And of course, no capital letter there. All right, let me get your questions going here, and then I'm going to get 9 minutes on the clock for you for round number 3. Here we go. Question number 1 in round number 3. Looking for 3 answers. Number 1 and number 2, the 2 hosts who share the most Emmy Awards for hosting a reality or competition show. They host shows on VH1 and on CBS. The 3rd answer, we're looking for the online streaming show that's original content that has won the most Emmys ever. It's a comedy on Amazon Prime. All right. Question number 2, name the 4 living musical artists who have the most number 1 Billboard singles of all time. They are all women. Number 3, these are the 3 best-selling cars in the U.S. last in 2020. Not pickups, SUVs, or crossovers. We only want the model name, not the make. All right. And question number 4, give me the month with the average highest temperature in Indianapolis, Indiana, and the average lowest temperature in Indianapolis, Indiana. All right. Yes, Bess, this password is specifically for you. We're happy you're here. Welcome back, Bess. All right. You have 9 minutes, my friends. Go, go, go. Best-selling cars in 2020 is what I have here, Kevin. Best-selling cars in 2020. All right, folks, this is your 4-minute warning in the money round. Your 4-minute warning in the money round. All right, folks, you're looking at under 2 minutes now. Under 2 minutes left in our money round. Thomas, no, I don't. I do not have a personal YouTube channel. By the way, we're under a minute left. I'm not that popular, so I don't have one. I'm not as popular as Matt and Hambone. So if you want to see me, you'll have to see me here or at Hotel Tango. Either one. All right, folks, we're about 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Let's think about getting those answers in. Get them in, get them in. Get those answers in for round number 3. And that will conclude round number 3, my friends. That will conclude round number 3. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to get you a scoreboard update here before we head into round number 4, which is our final round of trivia this evening. And so let's go ahead and do that after we get you your round 3 answers. All right. Round number 3 answers are as follows. Looking for 3 answers for number 1. The first 2 hosts that share the most Emmy Awards for hosting a reality or competition show. They host on VH1 or CBS. Third answer is the online streaming show from Amazon Prime that has the most Emmys ever. All right, so the 2 hosts, Jeff Probst on CBS and RuPaul on VH1, host of RuPaul's Drag Race. And then, of course, the show is The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which if you have not seen it, you should. It's very, very good. All right, so RuPaul, Jeff Probst, and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. For question number 2, name the 4 living musical artists who have the most #1 Billboard singles of all time. They are all women. Mariah Carey, Madonna, Janet Jackson, and Rihanna are the answers for number 2. All right. Number 3, these are the 3 best-selling cars in the U.S. in 2020, not pickups, SUVs, or crossovers. We only wanted the model. That would be the Civic by Honda, the Corolla by Toyota, and the Camry, also by Toyota. All right. So Civic, Corolla, and Camry. And number 4, give me the month with the average highest temp in Indianapolis and the average lowest temp in Indianapolis. Highest is July. Lowest is January. All right. And I agree, Stacy. Mrs. Maisel is a fantastic show. All right. So that concludes round 3. We only have 1 round left. But before we take care of that round, we need to get you a scoreboard update. So let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to give you the top 15 teams. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Here we go. In 15th place with a score of 81 points, Team Yinzers. In 14th place with a score of 83 points, A-Punk Minivan. In 13th place with a score of 85 points, Pitter Patter. And in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way tie for 8th place with 86 points, here we are, Poop For Me. Storm in the Castle, Vermin, Thursday Group, 2nd place, yo. And there we go. And then in 7th place with 87 points is Team If You're Not First, You're Last. In a tie, 2-way tie for 5th place, we have, with 89 points, we have Spicy Curry, and Guy and Dolls Want That Stimmy Check, right? And in 4th place with 96 points, I'm Just Here So I Don't Get COVID. I certainly hope you don't get COVID. And in 3rd place with 105 points, Larry, I'm on DuckTales. In 2nd place with 106 points, Murder of Crows. And just ahead of them in 1st place, rounding us out this evening, Team Malibu Sands, Remember Screech. All right, so that is your scoreboard update before we head into round number 4. Round number 4 is a special round. Those of you who played with us before know how it works, but I'll explain it quickly nonetheless. Round number 4 has 3 questions. All right. Yep, Mrs. Kitchell, I'll audit you in just a moment. Round number 4 has 3 questions. And for each question, you and your team can wager between 0 and 30 points. Now, the good news is if you get the question right and you wager 30 points, you'll gain 30 points. The bad news is if you get the question wrong and wager 30 points, you'll lose 30 points. So remember, however much you wager is great unless you get the question wrong, in which case you will lose those points. So gain points for right answers, lose points for wrong answers. As Matt says, we ask here at Hambones that you wager with prudence. Wager with prudence for round number 4. All right. And the password to get into round number 4 is Bess's last name, Browning, Browning. Browning is the last name and the last password. So welcome back, Bess Browning. All right. You're going to have 7.5 minutes to complete this round. And here are your questions. Yep, we'll do some audits here and I'll do that as soon as we get this round started. All right. So here are your questions for round number 4. Question number 1. Inspired by the fifth letter of the Greek alphabet, the international symbol for what includes two horizontal lines to represent stability. The answer is not epsilon. The answer is an international symbol inspired, by the symbol for epsilon. All right. Question number 2, by percentage growth and consumer name recognition in the US in 2020, brands like Bud Light Seltzer, Zoom, and Venmo made the top 10 list, as did one brand that shares its name with an animal. Name that brand. We are looking for a brand. And question number 3, in 1820, it became the last New England state admitted to the Union. All right, friends. I will take care of audits after we get this round started. You have 7.5 minutes for round number 4, and I'm going to be auditing while you are answering those questions. 7.5 minutes. Go, go, go. Okay, Poppy, girl, you got to get out of the way. All right, folks, we're about minute 45, and I found the error. There was an error with those who had put in Rihanna with a spelling issue, but we were able to get that fixed. So if you had, that was the issue. So for the folks that asked for audit, we fixed that, and we should be good to go now. So thank you for bringing that to my attention, and you have a minute 30 left. "45 seconds, folks. 45 seconds. Start thinking about submitting. I apologize for not giving you the yell out here. I was working on that audit, but 45 seconds left. All right, we're down under 30 seconds, folks. Get them in, get them in, get them in for this final round. Get them in. Five seconds, get those answers in. Get them in, friends. Get them in. And that is it. We made it through 4 fabulous rounds of trivia. Okay, folks, for those of you who didn't hear what I said earlier, I appreciate the audit requests. I think we were able to get that figured out. It was a spelling issue on my end, and we got that fixed so that the system graded it correctly. So it was Rihanna in the second round that we had some issues with it grading correctly, but we got that fixed, and I think that solves the problem. All right, so let's talk now about your round number 4 answers. Your round number 4 answers, which I hope you've gotten in. And here we go. Question number 1 in round number 4. Inspired by the 5th letter of the Greek alphabet, the international symbol for what includes 2 horizontal lines to represent stability? The answer is not epsilon. The answer is euro. It's the symbol for the euro, all right, for number 1. Number 2, by percentage growth. In consumer name recognition in the U.S. in 2020, brands like Bud Light, Seltzer, Zoom, and Venmo made the top 10 list, as did one brand that shares its name with an animal. And that animal, my friends, and the brand name is Peacock. Peacock, the streaming service from NBC, is the answer for number 2. And your final answer tonight. In 1820, it became the last New England state admitted to the Union. That would be the great state of Maine. The great state of Maine for question number 3 in our final round of play this evening. All right, so let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for now. We're going to get you the top 10, 15. We'll get you the top 15 teams as we wrap it up. But before we do, I want to remind you that Ham Bones is all over the place. We have live games on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. I host this one over at Hotel Tango Fletcher Place here in Indianapolis. I'd love to see you. It's a great time with some great spirits over there. And then we have a game on Wednesday night up in Muncie at Roots Burger Bar, another great game. Of course, the Monster Game on Thursday, and lots of other fun corporate and private events that we do as well. And if you're interested in one of those, make sure you reach out to Matt. Also, the link for our beautiful merchandise is below the screen. You too can have this awesome sweater or something else, so check that out. And make sure you leave us a good review on Google as well. All right, but here we go. Let's get this wrapped up, my friends. All right, okay. In 15th place, here we go. With a score of 145 points, Team Jamiroquaitis. All right, there you go. Johanna Kitchell, Joe Kitchell, I said it on air for you. In 14th place with a score of 147 points, Malibu Sands, remember Screech. In 13th place with a score of 149 points, Guys and Dolls Want That Stimmy Check. In 12th place with 151 points, Eastbound and Down. In 11th place with 161 points, we have Thursday Group. In 10th place with 167 points, Low Expectations. In 9th place with 169 points, Nasty Reporters with Terrible Questions. In 8th place with 174 points, we have Team Poop Shorts. In 7th place with 175 points, Pitter Patter. In 6th place with 176 points, Poop For Me. In 5th place with 181 points, Team Vermin. In 4th place with 182 points, if you're not first, you're last. In 3rd place with 191 points, I'm Just Here So I Don't Get COVID. In 2nd place with 200 points on the dot, Larry, I'm on DuckTales. And in 1st place, finishing ahead of everyone else tonight with 201 points, Team Murder of Crows. All right, we will get that posted for you and get that up here so that we can show you that full scoreboard if you'd like to see where you're at. We'll get that done for you in just a moment. Folks, thank you so much for bearing with me tonight. It's always a pleasure to see all of you here at the Monster Game. Matt will be back, I'm sure, I hope next week. And thanks so much for playing. And thanks so much for supporting Hambones. Have a fantastic night. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Stay safe. Too much of this. Have a good night, friends. Bye-bye.